The energy is palpable in here.
Now the chops back and forth. This is reminiscent of the battle we saw in the main event of Victory Road 2 weeks ago. Reed and Slater was playful in the beginning, and it got serious in a heartbeat. Going up top, the crossover, the crossbody. Here's the cover. Evans kicks out at 2.
Look out. Whoa, the rebound.
Absolutely beautifully done. Drop kick there by Evans, right to the chin.
He's not done yet, though. Not slowing down.
Evans over the top.
Shots back and forth here. Look out.
Oh, wait a minute. A slingshot cutter. Shades of Frankie Kazarian. Oh, Evans is still in it. Oh, now, single leg boot right to the face. Superman forearm there by Evans.
Back and forth here.
Oh, got him in the back of the neck.
Good night.
Slater trying to push the pace. Oh, he got caught by Evans. He got caught by Evans. Cover. Slater kicked it 2.
They're not done yet. Look at this.
Red dot.
Right on target, too.
Oh, and now Slater caught him with a neck breaker. Holy hell. Oh, now sending Slater into the barricade. Slater stopped himself. Slater, sending to the crowd here.
In the crowd here. Look out!
Evans leaping after Slater. Evans and Slater in a thriller here at Bound for Glory. There's Slater.
The 20-minute time limit has expired.
You've got to be
Therefore,
kidding.
this match is a draw.
That is not the way anybody wanted to see this go down.
It seems to me like we want to see 5 more minutes.
There's the bell. Evans and Slater. The X Division title. Cover. Slater powers out.
This one just picked up to 11.
Oh, Slater caught him. Slater trying to put him away. Oh, kick out by Evans.
These guys are now really putting the heavy metal down.
Utopia. Big play, Slater. Evans going up top. Look out. Spanish fly.
Unreal.
Evans into the cover. DarkState is here at Bound for Glory. Oh my God. Wait a minute now. DarkState from NXT taking out one of their own in Javon Evans. DarkState lost the NXT Tag Team titles to the Hardys this past Tuesday at Showdown. This has to be some sick, twisted form of payback from DarkState trying to shove it in the face of TNA Wrestling.
Leon Slater has been sensational as of late. His appearances on NXT have been absolutely spectacular, but he first debuted in this company back at Turning Point in 2023. Turning Point 2025 is right around the corner. But tonight is all about After the Glory. What Leon Slater and Javon Evans of NXT did this past weekend in a battle for the ages for the X Division Championship was absolutely incredible. It was a travesty the way that it ended, thanks to NXT's DarkState. But seriously, we saw, and you said it yourself, the future of the industry between Slater and Evans.
Not only the future, the now. Let's not let that slip through anything. These guys are more than ready for the spotlight that they have.
Right now, we are joined in studio by the X Division champion, Leon Slater.
What's going on, fellas?
Leon, welcome.
Good to see you. Good to
Welcome.
see you.
God.
Man, we are marveling over what you did this past weekend at Bound for Glory. Opposite Javon Evans of NXT, your X Division championship on the line. But I want to go back to your first encounters with Javon Evans on NXT. You got to be his tag team partner. You won your main event debut on NXT alongside Javon. Then a week later, you're teaming up with your fellow TNA stars against Javon Evans, and you eliminate him at Showdown. So what were those first encounters like?
It was wild, man, because I've always prided myself on being unique and carrying myself in a certain way and doing things that nobody else can do. And that's worked for me up until this point, until I was in the ring with Javon, and it was almost like looking in a mirror or looking like myself was doing it also in the ring, you know what I mean? So I'm glad that we got to have that tag match the week prior so I could study up on his movements, how he operates, how he moves. So the week later at Showdown, I had him scouted for the OG cutter and I managed to get him out of there.
Now, I got to ask, that may have been your first set of interactions with Javon. I mean, how aware of him were you heading into all this business with NXT?
Very, very, very aware. I mean, like, as soon as the TNA NXT partnership began, always online I was getting comments, Leon and Javon, we need to see this match, it's a dream match. So ever since the partnership began, I was well aware of what Javon was capable of and who he was. So I'm glad we finally got to make it happen at Bound for Glory.
The amazing thing about Bound for Glory is that there were 2 instances where you saw the crowd stand up.
Yeah.
One of them,
I stood up too.
Well, hold on. Before a match even began.
Oh, for real?
One of which we expected. Hardy's, Team 3D,
Of
one
course.
final table, their last match ever. The other was yourself and Javon Evans. Can you put us in your shoes for what it was like taking that in front of nearly 8,000 people?
It was wild, man, just being in the middle of all of that, you know, because obviously for so long I've been a fan of TNA and I've seen matches like this where people are so excited and they can't wait for it to get started. But to be in the middle of that and, like you said, look out and see thousands and thousands of people and look across and see the guy that people have been wanting me to wrestle for months and months was a very, very special feeling. And I knew as soon as everybody rose from their seat that we had him, and I knew it was going to be a classic.
I mean, I got to ask, as a former in-ring competitor myself, there's sometimes that there's just that magic when you lock up with someone, especially even for the first time.
Yes.
And where it's just like, nope, it clicks, it clicks, it clicks. I have to imagine that's what it was like with Javon Evans.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think you can tell that from the early exchanges in the match, you know what I mean? I've never really been in the ring with someone where it's been so 50-50, like 9 times out of 10, I'm maybe the taller guy, or maybe I'm the smaller guy, or maybe I'm the little bit more built. Like, there's always some type of difference, but me and him are so one for one. Those early exchanges really put it in my head that we're about to be in for a long night and it'd be difficult to put him away, you know what I mean? But I think magic is the best way to describe what happened on Sunday for sure.
We talked about it on the air at Bound for Glory. Javon Evans, his story in WWE, for those that don't know, he has put on incredible performances, but he's always just this close, always just one step away from winning his first major championship in professional wrestling, whereas you won your quote-unquote big one at Slammiversary, capturing this championship, dethroning Moose, becoming the youngest X Division champion of all time. In the midst of that matchup with Javon, did worry ever creep in that this might be the instance where Javon wins the big one at my expense?
Always, yeah, there's always a worry, and I think it's becoming more apparent to me as time goes on. There's hungrier challengers coming month by month. I'm trying harder to hold on to this belt. I think we saw that with Myron Reed, and it was times by 10 with Javon. You know what I mean? I knew how hungry he was coming into that match, and I can't lie, he did get pretty close a couple of times, but, you know, due to DarkState, we didn't find out who's the better man.
Yeah, DarkState.
Yeah, obviously a huge tragedy, really. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like
a travesty, some might say.
It's like watching a piece of art just get set on fire, you know what I mean, before you could truly finish it. I mean, I don't know if you had some time to really reflect on all that ridiculousness, but what is going through your head regarding them, regarding everything that happened at the end of that match?
A lot to keep it short and sweet. I mean, you guys know as well as anyone, my goal in TNA and in wrestling is to live forever. And I think me and Javon were on the verge of creating something that will stand the test of time and live forever as one of the best X Division championship matches of all time. And I truly believe that all it needed was that cherry on top to decide who is the better man and to see who's the winner. And, you know, DarkState took that cherry off and they stomped it and they threw it in the mud. So we'll get our get back, though. We'll get our get back.
I can imagine your frustration at the end of the time limit. I can only imagine your excitement once you got an additional 5 minutes and then being pulled back down to earth by DarkState like that. So what do you think is next for Leon Slater and Javon Evans?
The world, man. The world. I said to Javon, I truly believe that match is going to happen a million more times, and I cannot wait for the next one. So whether it's me and him standing across from each other, whether it's me and him standing side by side, I think the pairing of Leon Slater and Javon Evans is far from being done, that's for certain.
So, Leon, Tom mentioned earlier we are coming up on basically the 2-year anniversary of you joining TNA Wrestling,
Yeah.
Turning Point 2025, going to be here sooner than later. I mean, really, we're wrapping up this year, which you had an incredible year. So, what's up next for you for the rest of 2025 and importantly into 2026?
Man, honestly, I have no clue. I mean, if you asked me 2 years ago or even a year ago, like how I would have seen 2025 panning out, I would have believed you that it would have been crazy, but never this roller coaster that I've been on this year, you know what I mean? And like I said earlier, my goal is to live forever, to make these matches, these moments, these memories that people are going to take with them for the rest of their lives. So in the rest of 2025 and into 2026, I'm going to be doing more of the same, that's for sure.
Beautiful, beautiful. Leon, thank you so much for
I
joining us.
appreciate
You're
you
the
having
man.
me, fellas.
You're the
Hey,
man.
they're calling me. I gotta go.
Are you kidding me?
That's how he gets back and forth from England so quickly.
Does it?
It is my day.